Hey guys, I'm Good25
and Archer9234.
With episode 78 Ranger Review. Today we have the Power Rangers s.p.d. the Delta Command Megazord, aka the Dekabaserobo from Tokusou Sentai Deka Ranger. Now, just like the show, it is a base. And you can see it's pretty big because it stores all the vehicles of the s.p.ds. Now, as you guys know, in the show, you can actually see that the base lights up like around here
and all stuff on the inside.
All the inside, and it actually shows windows, but in the toy, it cannot do that.
There's no electronics.
There is none, but you can. It does look like it when you see it in Megazord mode that, hey, it looks like it can have electronics, but sadly, it doesn't. Alright, so now in this, we saw it in the later series of s.p.d. and Deka Ranger, where the SWAT flyers were stored into the base, and when they launched like this.
They launch vertically.
Red is here, pink is here, blue is here, yellow is on the top here, and then green's on the bottom.
If you get confused, each ramp has their specific numbers located on them.
Yeah.
They're not painted in, but they are located on the top, so you can't get confused.
This is really fun about the base is that all the ramps have nice, really details on all sides. You can see on the blue, it has the little arrow that says go, which way it is. Alright, so now we have crawler mode. Now the base is now a little miniature
It moves as
tank.
like a vehicle, yeah.
Now you can actually, just like in the show, you can actually launch s.p.d. vehicles now, but now some of them in a certain way. This is how you put red in, you can slide it in, and if you want it, the ramp comes out and he will slide down. Alright, so now for pink, we just put her in.
On the other side, the yellow goes in. And in the rear for the last one, green goes in. He's the longest vehicle out of all of them, but he still fits in there just as much as well.
And on this side we have blue. Now for blue, unlike the others where you can actually have them folded, you really have to fold the wings because you can't have them actually up. You have to fold the wings down. Now for the Deka Wing Robo, green and blue are the only two that you have to transform differently. Instead of, when you split blue up, you have to make it into a little triangle, to a longer version, and you have to fold the wings of blue. Green, you split it up and just connect it like a little wire, so.
All of them can stay inside the vehicles, even in transformations, all the different transformations, they can stay inside the vehicle at all times.
But just like with the Super Train, you only can put one set of Megazord in. You can't put both of them in. Alright, so now we have the Dekabaserobo. Now, legs can't move because they're stationary. And the arms move up and down.
And also they can face forward to do their finger laser attack.
Oh, the finger missiles. Now, if you guys remember, the finger laser missile kind of thing is like a homage to Zoo Ranger or the Dragonzord with the Dragonzord when it shoots out the missile. Now, the sad part is that since this is the only thing it can do, it's mostly a good display.
I do like the extra detail they put inside toward the lights. Even though the toy doesn't have any electronics to light them up, they did put in the detailed chrome fake lights inside.
But other than that, this is actually a really, really nice little Zord. It's really good for display, and it looks really nice. And since you can store at least one of the Zords in, it's pretty cool. Alright, now alteration-wise, now the Delta Command Megazord was actually really shocking that we got it because due to the fact that
it was large.
It was huge. In Dino Thunder, we started the exclusives of Toys only with the Megazord. It was pretty changed. The sticker right here, it was plain yellow. We still kept the lines, but it wasn't shiny as you guys can see.
And it was already applied when you bought it.
Yeah. Another factor is the two little laser things right here.
They're
all chromed. They have the chrome gold green, but they're actually solid green. The gold chrome was actually taken out too. Chrome on the legs of the base, they were painted silver. On the back, of course, the s.p.d logo, it was just gray paint. It didn't look really nice. The windows weren't painted here either. And the arms right here, you see the s.p.d logo? We never actually had an s.p.d logo. It was just black.
Also, the red chrome on the arms. Over here, they were just simply painted red plastic. And the chrome, of course, on the shoulders was simply gray. And the blue chrome that's on the front was also simply just blue paint.
The sticker on the head was not a sticker. It was actually molded. It was just molded into it, so it's not shiny looking.
They also removed the Japanese-only child warning label that was molded directly onto the chrome piece, because we don't use this warning label. We simply just omitted it.
But we did keep the warning label right here on the back right here. It was in English that said, "Warning: please do not clip your hands in here."
On both arms, it's missing black paint on the front part of the arm and on the shoulder joint. On the legs, it's missing the outer blue edging and the silver edging on the feet. For some weird reason, they redid the s.p.d leg stickers and split them in half and shrunk the logos. The ears on the command bridge are missing its blue paint. The windows and the stripe detailing on the command bridge are also missing its black paint. While the side windows do have its blue paint, it's missing the edging black detailing. On both shoulder domes, each side is missing its red paint on the side windows. The area that splits the windows and the rear locking section is missing its silver paint. The fake lights in the Megazord head were originally chrome, but unfortunately they returned to silver paint. And finally, the top windows aren't painted in blue. The top and bottom windows are missing their black stripes, and the blue side stripes on the locking latches are missing.
Overall, it's a really decent Zord. It's really good for display, but other than that, you must have big storage to store them. Get it if you can find the Japanese one, just because the minor details and the chrome is really what you need. I remember that when s.p.d was on air during the Christmas rush, I looked on eBay and people were paying $100 up to $350 just for this thing. And for $350, I could have gotten all the Deka range of vehicles. But now you can still get it for pretty cheap. If you care for details, then this. If you don't, then get the American version. But yeah, that's it for the Delta Command Megazord. Join us next week for the Red Battle. So come subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Well, it's very rare that the PR actually has all the Zords correctly to scale. Most of the time they don't do that, so they can't interact with each other. For example, the Brachiozord from Dino Thunder, even though it was only released in Japan, it wasn't scaled correctly to the other toy, so they couldn't actually fit inside.
Alright, so now we have the Delta Squad Megazord, aka oh, freaking hell, Delta Squad Megazord.
Because you can't show the whole thing.
Robot, stand up. Dekabaserobo, stand up. Here is the next mission. Go into the action. Dekabaserobo.